Hi, it's Jeff.
And Denise from MouseSteps.com.
And this is episode number 471.
471.
Of MouseSteps Weekly.
Sponsored by MEI Travel and Mouse Fan Travel. There is a good deal, all kinds of good deals on rooms at Walt Disney World from July 11th through September 28th. So check out MEI and Mouse Fan Travel. Also, Disney dining plans are coming back to Walt Disney World starting on January 9th, which is very exciting, I know, for many. And so bookings will open on May 31st. MEI, go to MEI and Mouse Fan Travel to fill out a no obligation quote.
That sounds great. We highly recommend MEI and Mouse Fan Travel. Look at this. We are at Disneyland Paris here, and it's a small world.
It's a Small World reopened on May the 5th, finally. After a year and a half closed, we were there the last day.
Final day, that's right. We rode it a couple times that trip to say goodbye, because we knew it was going to be closed for quite some time.
We could have been like the last ones on it, but it was so cold that evening, so we kind of were like, I think we're good now after a couple of rides. So, but anyway, it was a beautiful day for it to reopen. This actually is probably the preview day.
This is the preview day, so the actual opening day wasn't quite as beautiful. It was a little bit rainy and overcast.
Well, the preview day was
delightful.
Day was beautiful for pass holders and for the Inside Ears members. Roni, our friend Roni, went in our place for Inside Ears and then stayed for the pass holder event, so he was able to ride quite a bit.
And thank you very much to our good friend Roni from DLP Alicious.
So you can see here the paint looks beautiful. They actually repainted it, like, while we were there last fall, they were still repainting. So it's looked beautiful for months, but it's been behind the walls as well.
So vibrant and colorful. And again, on a beautiful day like this, it just looks great. And here we are. We're actually going to take a little ride and look at some of the highlights of the It's a Small World refurbishment.
And it's been, we're just looking at the fountains and everything. Like on our last trip in March, we were taking pictures from like the train and, just wherever we could find, because everybody's been looking forward to it reopening. So here we are inside. Now, the dolls have been refreshed. All the dolls.
Everything looks like it's refreshed. Everything looks colorful and painted, and things are. If you look up at the details, the clock, the things that are up in the sky, everything is working. There's a lot of motion going on.
And Disney had said over $300, not $300. 300 dolls were refreshed and painted with the faces and everything. I'm like, I wonder how many dolls there are, and it's over 300 dolls. So everybody has been worked on in here, and it really looks great. I can't wait to go on it myself.
There's a windmill. Reminds me of our little trip to Holland last time.
For a few hours.
Yeah,
during our last trip to Disneyland Paris, our friends Tom and Cindy, they took us. We went to Belgium to meet them, and then we went to Holland for a few hours.
And you could see we even have a doll in a wheelchair here.
Right. There's at least two, and I've actually only seen two, and Roni took pictures of two, so I think that's, if there's more, then I haven't seen them.
It's similar to what they have at Disneyland.
Right, for inclusivity.
Yes.
And I think it's really nice that they've been doing that. I know that there are some people who were disappointed that characters weren't added, like in Disneyland.
Disney characters, like in the Disneyland version.
Right, and I actually love the Disneyland version very much, and I love the one in Disneyland Paris as well. But I actually like the characters in the Disneyland version a lot.
Well, I guess it's okay. You have both. You have both options.
Yes.
In here we have Walt Disney World. It's a Small World. Doesn't have the characters either yet.
Or the refurbishment.
Well, yeah, that's true. That is a good point.
So we're just going through the rest of the attraction here. And they mentioned not only the 300 dolls, but also animal figures, more than 100 toys, and the animations, like just everything has been worked on all of this time.
And It's a Small World here. It was an opening day attraction at Disneyland Paris. So over 31 years of service.
And right now we're in the 30th anniversary, and this opened as part of the Disneyland Paris 30th anniversary grand finale. And I always thought when they announced the grand finale that it was funny because it's really it's the second half of the celebration.
Right, 18-month typical celebration.
Yes. So at the end of September 30th is the last day of the grand finale. There's still more to come. before then and after that as well.
And we're looking at some unique to Disneyland Paris. It's a Small World. You have the West here with the horse and the cowboy, and you're going to see Hollywood and some really
The
nice
Statue of Liberty.
Statue of Liberty is coming up. So this is sort of the USA.
And we also had some Native Americans back there as well. So it really is a very nice area. I love the Hollywood with the dancing and everything.
Disney Cruise Line.
That is not Disney Cruise Line. I don't know what cruise line it's supposed to be. And while we're looking now at this final scene, I just want to mention more than 120 nationalities are represented among all Disneyland Paris cast members, which is amazing because it always feels very international when we go there.
And you mentioned about the inclusivity, and we have another
Of the wheelchair dolls.
Wheelchair doll. That's correct.
Yes, and before we rode, you saw the musical parade of animated toy figures at the top of the clock tower. That goes off every 15 minutes. So if you arrive and it's not going, it should go within 15 minutes.
And they have that at Disneyland, but we don't quite get that at the Magic Kingdom.
Right. I mean, the one in the Magic Kingdom is just sort of in a tight area
inside
in Fantasyland, yeah.
And we're just exiting the attraction. Look at this. We have nice fountains. Everything, again, refreshed. Looks great. The water, all that has been redone. So it looks brand new to me.
It's been redone. They refilled it, right?
But you can see it's cleaned and painted. I mean, it looks beautiful.
And you can see the topiaries. Disneyland Paris is very proud of its horticulture and landscaping team. They are really incredible. And you can see here also, you've got a giraffe. I think we had a moose and a kangaroo.
And now we are here at the Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World.
Across the ocean,
pond.
yes.
And as we walked in, we had a chance to take a quick look at the Festival of Fantasy Parade. It had just started. I didn't record it again. It was the same version as we showed last week, and the dragon there still not breathing fire.
Maleficent.
As you can see, Maleficent, that's right. So pretty much exactly the same, no changes.
Well,
we'll keep an eye on things. We're looking forward to getting the other floats returned.
Are we keeping an eye on it?
I am. Whenever we go, I make sure to take a look and see what's going on.
Okay.
So we decided to go on the Haunted Mansion because we heard there was some kind of new enhancement to the graveyard scene.
It's a little something. On this day, it was Sunday, right? Sunday.
It was last Sunday.
And it was not that busy in the park, surprisingly. It said about a 25-minute wait for the Haunted Mansion, but maybe we waited 10 to 15 minutes.
It looked like it would have been like
long.
40 or an hour.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
The looks are deceiving sometimes.
And we were with our friends Matthias and Axel from Pixie Dust again.
Yeah, I want to say again.
From Belgium.
Yes, hello to our Belgian friends. But if you start in the Doom Buggy at the Haunted Mansion, when you go by this Medusa here, you better be paying attention because if you're not paying attention, you're going to get something like this, where you're sort of looking
I'm just
away.
Sort of looking...
So we have to remember to pay attention. But it's a nice little photo pass they give you. 2 different ones, a color one, a black and white one, different ghosts. So I just wanted to say, pay attention on the ride, unlike us.
I was just kind of looking off to the side.
And right up here, eventually, is where the Hatbox Ghost would have been. Hopefully that will still come soon. That has not been announced yet, but we did hear about it.
I think it's going to come with the movie. I think we'll see it. That's what I think.
I hope that's true. That would be great.
That would make sense, but we'll see.
So we are now into the graveyard scene, and as we go around the corner, we're going to see this new enhancement that we heard about.
But not yet.
Well,
now we're looking at the singing bus, which is actually one of my favorite parts of the Haunted Mansion.
Here it is.
You know what? It wasn't as exciting
red,
as I thought.
Eerie glow.
Well, it's actually coming from like the hearse.
Mm-hmm.
So they have it's the hearse is lit up inside.
Well, you know what?
It's a little something.
Different. It is different, and any excuse to ride the Haunted Mansion,
and especially with not a long wait. I don't think when we saw it was 25 minutes. I think we wouldn't have even normally gone on it. But it ended up not even being 25. And there's
a much better photo pass picture.
Well, I knew it was coming.
Our friends Axel and Matthias from Pixie Dust.
Yes. And then we all went over to the Disney Adventure Friends Cavalcade. And you can see in the background the Splash Mountain, former Splash Mountain, soon to be not that soon. Next year sometime, Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
Now, we hadn't seen Disney's Adventure Friends Cavalcade in a while, so we stopped and watched it. I like this. I think this is one of the best. I'm so glad it still continues because it's a really nice enhancement to the Festival of Fantasy Parade. You see a lot of characters.
It's not.
Well, it is. You're getting a second.
Oh, I get it. So you're getting
not just cavalcades,
right.
Not just parades. You're getting both.
Right. So I don't think of it really in conjunction with the parade. There's Raya.
And Moana.
Right. And there's about 30 characters in Disney Adventure Friends Cavalcade. And to me, it's not as good as a parade, but it's the most characters they've had in a cavalcade here at the Magic Kingdom and probably all of Walt Disney World. And so it really is, I think, not as good as a parade, but it's really good.
Right. I mean, you just saw Turk. You have Miko here. Characters that...
Rare ones.
I
ones
think they're
for
pretty
us.
rare. Pretty rare. And there you have Maribel even is in this. So, and Pocahontas and the Caballeros.
Right. And they refreshed it with the characters like they added Raya. They added Maribel over the last year.
Helena of Avalor.
Right. So they do refresh it with new characters. Maybe we'll see live action Ariel.
Live action Ariel could be in this, but
I have to think. I haven't slept a lot last night. Like I have to think.
But you also have the other Ariel that's in the Festival of Fantasy Parade, so that would be strange.
No, it wouldn't be strange because it's two totally different. We're still going to see Ariel. Ariel is going to be meeting at Disney's Hollywood Studios.
I look forward to that.
So there's no reason why she couldn't be in a cavalcade as well.
Now, this is something that I had been looking forward to seeing for quite some time. I haven't seen it since pre-COVID. This is the Frontierland Hoedown. And it's kind of nice because it just kind of starts.
It's like a flash mob.
Exactly. It's like a but it was a flash mob before there were flash mobs because this started over 10 years ago. I went back and looked at one of our old videos. I think we posted a video in 2010 of this.
That's almost, maybe it's 15 years.
Yeah, it's been a while. So it is a great, fun, interactive show that just happens in Frontierland. No, it's not on the schedule either. You just have to kind of be at the right place at the right time.
Our friends from Belgium knew when to go see it.
Yeah,
I
Belgian
had no
friends
idea.
are very smart. Well, because they're there a lot,
yeah.
And they said, well, after the cavalcade, between the two cavalcades is a good time. The 5 o'clock cavalcade. So I think this happened at about 5:30 or so.
Right, because we're not in the parks all day. Like if we're at Disneyland Paris, we're in the parks all day.
Yes. There's your favorite Clarabelle and Horace Horsecollar and Chippendale in their Western outfits.
And the characters have changed through the years. You used to have the Splash Mountain characters in here.
They did. When I look back, and I'll link to that.
Brer Bear, Brer Fox used to be in this, but now we've got Chippendale, we've got the Country Bears, and then Horace and Clarabelle. Yes.
So, and this is, I think we're doing the Hokey Pokey. So you're going to see some putting your left arm. Oh, look, he's proposing. That's a nice, smart way for Horace.
Oh yeah,
Clarabelle. Sure. But they're going to put their head in, then their head out, and they're going to whatever it says and shake it all about. So there you go. So it's again quite some fun, and it was nice because in this case it was all the performers and the characters. So I don't normally like to get just regular guests. So it was kind of nice that it was
right.
These.
And I saw you were over there, and there weren't other guests around.
And all the other ones did have that interaction.
And I prefer that, to just get the cast members and the characters. And but I went on the other side, which you don't show here, but I was taking pictures toward, there I am. I saw me.
And you're going to see you again.
Toward
there you are
Country
back
Bear
there.
Jamboree.
See, you are making another cameo. And this is the finale here. It's the final dance off of it. So it's 3 different segments. You have the opening number, then the Hokey Pokey, which is kind of everybody goes in, and then they clear out the crowd, and then they have this finale. But a lot of fun. Highly recommend it if you're in the area. Just another addition to the Magic Kingdom entertainment offerings.
Right. And there's a good amount of entertainment. I'm still, hoping Citizens of Main Street comes back.
That
would be really nice.
I would love it. And again, Horace, that's a rare character. You do not see a lot of Horace Horsecollar around other than in this.
Parades and
is he in the parades?
Not this parade, but every now and then you'll see him in a maybe Halloween or Christmas.
Like the country
or
bears are
something.
kind of hanging around in this area outside all day. Now they've moved down to the lower area. So as we were moving away from the Magic Kingdom, we decided to take the monorail back. And you can see there's the construction going on at the Grand Floridian.
And there's been construction going on there since I think sometime last year. We stayed there for one night. We took over my mom's reservation one night reservation when she decided not to go.
Around Christmas time.
Yeah, I am glad that they have closed that building, the Sugarloaf building, to work on it, because it was being worked on at the time. And it was just like you couldn't sit on the balcony because it was so loud.
It wasn't good. It was
No.
I think in that case, it would have been better to close that whole area down because it was just too
they
much.
did, right. Eventually they did after Christmas.
And now we're going to take a look at the new DVC building coming to the Disney's Polynesian.
Right. The Polynesian DVC tower is scheduled to open in 2024. And
It's tall. Look at that.
It is. And DVC was added first in 2015 to the resort. And there's going to be, the rooms, new dining options, new recreation. And I have said before, I hope that they'll add a luau, right? Because
that would be nice.
The luau was here forever. So it would be nice.
So now we are at Disney's Caribbean Beach because we are going to
Sebastian's
dinner.
Bistro.
And the whole Sebastian's, everything kind of fits in. We're looking at some Little Mermaid merchandise that is available that we saw in the shop there before dinner.
There was some nice merchandise. I have written all about it, from Shop Disney. So I didn't look as much as you did. I was looking at the Caribbean Beach.
Yeah, I hadn't
items.
seen any of this before, so it was interesting to me.
Yeah, there's a lot of merchandise for it, which is nice, for a movie coming out.
And so far, the reviews I've heard is it's a pretty good film, so I look forward to.
I have not yet seen reviews.
I have.
Oh, I'll have to look.
So now let's talk about Sebastian Bistro. We've been wanting to dine here for a while, and we met with our friends from Germany for dinner.
Torsten and Dorothy.
Yes.
So, we had the Belgian and then
the Germans.
and then Germany. So that was very nice.
We're covering a lot of different European countries.
We're very grateful. We have a lot of friends from a lot of places now.
So we've been wanting to try this out for quite some time, and it just really worked out that they had a reservation they were able to add us to.
And I had said, prior to this, I was like, I want to go to Sebastian's. So we finally did. I don't think I took a picture of the front of it, only the back.
There you go. I got you covered.
So, it's a family style meal, but it was I've heard conflicting reports that sometimes guests are turned down for additional food, if you finish something, but they said yes.
I've heard conflicting reports too, and I've heard that it all depends on who you get. We got a very good waiter, though. We were told right away, you can have whatever you want, as much of it. And there's a little hidden Mickey I made with the plates, and we started off with complimentary soft drinks here.
And, we paid...
Included in the price of the meal. $35 before discount.
Which, for us, I thought was very reasonable. You really would need to have, especially with 4 people at the table who are, all of us wanted the beef, so that disappears,
and that's
quite quickly.
One of the main things that you eat. Let's start off by taking a look at these rolls, though, and 2 different kinds of butter.
The Buttery House pull-apart rolls with guava butter and caramelized onion jam, those were good.
They were great, yeah. And I thought the salad was very good. If I wasn't in for the long haul, I would have had some more of this salad.
Spice necklace salad. I would have actually had more of this salad. I didn't realize at that time that we could ask for more. So I would have. I liked it.
It was great. It was very good, and we're going to pan up and see our friends and
there they are.
Torsten and Dorothy.
They're ready for a big meal.
So are we. And he ordered a appetizer. I forget what
it is.
But it was delicious.
It's fine. I forgot to even look at it.
Based, very, very good. That was, again, I just had a sampling. This was Torsten's
I will say we had an 8:05 reservation, and we didn't get sat till almost 9.
Yeah.
So it was a really busy night. I don't know that they had enough servers that night.
Probably not.
And so it was a lengthy endeavor and a late dinner. So we have the beef. So that's chili rub beef. And there's also citrus chicken, mojo pork. And I think the fish was a cod.
Yes.
I don't eat fish.
The fish, I think we all agreed, was the weak link in the menu. Everything I had otherwise was excellent. The beef was fantastic. And I really enjoyed the chicken.
And the beef was really good. Very, very. Everything had excellent taste to
The
it.
rice, I
right?
enjoyed. The rice was great. I had 2 helpings of that.
That's the cilantro rice and beans. And then also they had broccolini, so seasonal vegetable. This
Shockingly
was excellent.
good. Thorsten, he said that was his favorite part of the whole meal.
That was excellent.
It was delicious. I had a second helping of that too.
The flavors of the food, and I didn't eat
This is my plate.
the chicken or the pork, so I had beef, rice.
Your plate wasn't as exciting.
No, beef, rice, and a broccolini. Really, everything that I had was excellent.
And now it's time for dessert.
And that's a coconut pineapple bread pudding with ice cream. And when they brought it, it's like, I wonder if that's enough. But it was plenty, and I don't even know if we finished it. Maybe
we did not finish it, and we could have had more, by the way. But at this point, we were all pretty full.
Yeah, and it was, it's getting late, and you don't want to be eating, that much right before bedtime.
In this case, I was glad that we had 4 because otherwise, you and I would have been tempted to eat more, probably. Even though we did finish the ice cream. Anyway, I would say Sebastian's thumbs up for me. It was well worth the $35 before discount. I would go back. Much better than the Trails End that recently closed. They have a similar price deal.
With our tax and tip and everything, and out the door with our discount, all that, about $80
for 2 at Disney for
for a nice meal.
That's a good deal.
But a really good meal, and I would go next time early, and then have a nice walk afterwards.
And I want to thank our sponsors, MEI Travel and Mouse Fan Travel.
Yes, thanks to them, and check them out. You can sign up for their newsletter, or it's a mailer, which will give you, probably when discounts and such come out, they can tell you. You know what? I don't even know if I'm signed up right now. I have been.
Well,
I have to check that out.
Check it out.
You know what? I'm going to sign up for that right now once we're done.
And also, next week, we'll have lots more. We have a lot of things coming up, including tonight, we're going to Space 220 to check out the new menu.
There's
at Epcot.
We're doing quite a bit. Space 220. We just got invited to the Luau for Mother's Day at Morimoto, Asia. Mm-hmm. So those are two big things for us. And then Pixar Place is supposed to reopen, I think, on Sunday. Also, lots of Mother's Day stuff.
We're going to have a very busy Mother's Day.
Well, I just told my mother
celebrate the real Mother's Day on
Saturday. Yes, because we'll be busy on Sunday. So that's it.
So thanks again for listening. Have a great week, and we'll see you all next week.
Have a great week.